It is definitely Wednesday, Tom Duffy. Thank you for resubscribing. 37 months. That's almost 3 years. Three years of twitching. Isn't that crazy? Were you here from the very beginning? Or did you jump in later? I don't even know when my date is. A Twitch date. Obviously I did it well after Jay Wilburn did. I would imagine by now Jay would have been making money off of YouTube as well. Now I was at the beginning because I was following Jay, and then you came on and I followed you. Okay, perfect. So I've been doing this for over 3 years now. Pretty good. Pretty good. What's that book signing last night? It was good. Not a lot of people. I didn't stay for the whole thing. It was warm in there, and there was no chairs or anything. I was like, I can't stand for like an hour. But I got there. We got there early enough. I got to talk to Emily Carpenter. We chatted. Desiree introduced me as a local author. We talked about crime thriller books and stuff like that. I actually finished her book about half an hour before we left. Yeah, it was not. It was. I mean, it's not a big bookstore, but there was no chairs laid out, which is not good. She was sitting. The person interviewing her was sitting, but everybody else was just kind of standing, around the tables of books. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. And really, I went to get my book signed by her, and then tell her I liked it, and I would be doing a YouTube review of it this week. She seemed very nice. And then we went to European Street Cafe. So it's like all the German and Bavarian food. And I got a couple of bratwursts from hell. No, bratwursts and a lot of potato chips for dinner, and then we came home. Then we watched the last 2 episodes of Bosch Legacy, and I'll probably be doing a review of that this afternoon. So if you are watching, then I'll be doing the video later on this afternoon. My review, Armand's opinion on Bosch Legacy, whatever season this is. They have her book on the library app, but I have to finish Dublin Noir and 120 Murders first. Yeah. Finish the Dublin Noir one first, because I've already read the 120 Murders one. And then and then give me the Nuclear Salt book back, because then I'm going to do a review on that as well this week. I thought our book was good. I thought it was small town, Southern Gothic thriller. It's good. I'm sure if anybody says like you both them up. Perfect. Yeah, basically the book signing, like literally I was like, oh, he said he sent you the message. She's like, I don't have it. So I was like, all right, we just sent you another one. She's like, I didn't get it. We stood there for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, he just, I don't know, it's something with her thing, because it happened with young Mike, I think, as well. I don't know where her emails are going. I've been emailing her for years, and I think it's just like I'm in her saved list, and you're going to her spam or something. I don't know what's going on. But when you get there, basically they'll say, what books are you selling? And you just give her one of each, and then she puts it in her system. That way it's in her system as well, which is nice. Do them all for $15, and then people go inside and pay for them. Come back out, you sign them. We get a check at the end of the event. I'm not even sure. I just told her 10 a.m. Usually, I only do till like noon, unless we're doing phenomenal. Then we'll stay, but otherwise, a couple hours should be enough. I'll bring some couple tables. I'll bring like 3 chairs. And we should be ready to go. Better not be hot. I'm bringing my USB table fan. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I might do that too. Let's see what the weather will be in Jacksonville on Saturday. Oh my God, 508 degrees. That's ridiculous. Come on. Let's see hourly. I don't need an ad. Why are you giving me an ad? Will give me an hourly. Right, hold on. That'll give me an hourly through Friday. Apparently there's some fires going on in New Jersey. Saturday generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds. High 87 degrees. Hopefully it won't be that hot. We're gonna set up so the sun's not in our eyes also. Everybody automatically goes to the building. They go under the awning, but the awning doesn't cover you really at all. So I go on the other side. We shouldn't get to 87 by noon. No, I think we'll be in the 70s. I think it'll be alright. I'm sure we'll both be wearing black t-shirts, which will really, really help. Probably wear shorts if you have them. Then bring your fan. I was thinking of just bringing one long time. How many different books do you have that you're bringing? Do you know? I don't need people staring at my legs. Your bright legs. There's Mr. Frank. I am bringing 12 different books. the three Tides trilogy, first three Dirty Deeds, first three Down and Dirty, and the first three First Coast. 6 different books. So maybe we just bring one table. Maybe I just bring the longer table. I think a 6-foot table is more than enough. Plus, I have my new my crime scene tablecloth, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I'll bring 2 tables, and we'll each just spread out on a table. All right. Did you answer my walk and talk question, Ed? Yeah, last Friday I did. It should be the. Hold on, let me tell you. Walk and talk April 18th. Or the 11th. I don't know. I definitely answered. I think it was the 18th. So, yeah. If you got another one, throw it at me. I need one for this Friday. Just watched the Natalia Grace movie. I'm like, haven't we had enough of this, right? Yeah, that was my that was my thing too. And you know what? They're all so media hungry that I guarantee you we're going to have another. We're going to have another one of those soon enough. Either the family that was ripping her off. I want one just following the crazy father around, though. That guy. Can you just do a reading from your amazing new book? No, that is never going to happen. I'd like to read from Down and Dirty 4, Chapter 1. It's like when the Amy Fisher thing happened, they put out like 3 movies about it. Yeah. Each one more brilliant than the last. I remember those are funny. F that movie, unnecessary. I don't know what we're going to watch tonight. I think we've caught up on everything now. Except for some of like the one-off. Like Curse of Oak Island tonight. Stuff like that. We finally finished last 2 episodes of Bosch Legacy, which I liked. I'll be doing a Armand's opinion video of it later today. The only good one was the Alyssa Milano one because she was hot. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that was my girl back in the day. I mean, not crazy Alyssa Milano now. Although, I still wouldn't kick her out of bed. But just, Sorry, am necessary. I knew what you meant. So now that I finished Gothic Town, the next book I'm reading is James Lee Burke, a Dave Robichaux novel. The Neon Rain starts the series. I don't know how many books there might be, like 10 in this. So this is the first book in the series. So I'll start this one. That'll be my print book. 789 books in the series. Yeah, I'm going to read. I have the first 3 that I borrowed from the library. I also grabbed the first 3 of the Ken Bruin books from the library. And then 2 books from another author that somebody recommended. Also crime thriller. You see the pattern here? You see the pattern? I just don't have it in me to just read like a series with like 800 books in it. What is Ken Bruin? Beer, tea, a major. Look, I get brewing. Get it? Brewing, like brewing, like brewing, like brewing. Get it? You don't get it. The hell is this noise? Shut up. I'm tired. Yeah, F that noise. Yeah. Yeah, bring the noise. They must have arrested Nick for blowing up half of Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard from Nick. I'm getting a little worried. Getting a little worried. Is he going to make it to MondoCon? Will the judge go lenient on him? Like, you know what? It's August. You've been in maximum security prison for 3 months. Promise you're not going to blow up anything. You can go to MondoCon. No. I think I'm going to jump over to this story. Ooh. Burping something up. I made quesadillas for lunch. Shrimp, mushrooms, green peppers and onions and cheese. They were delicious. And those bratwurst from hell last night at the European Street Cafe. Also delicious. But I think I'm still burping those up. That's the problem. I want some shrimp with cocktail. You know what? Then get it, man. Just freaking, you're an adult. Tell Jess to get that for you. Cocktail sauce, a condiment. That's one of those gray area ones, and I'm going to tell you why. Most of the time, I do not eat cocktail sauce at all. Okay? But on occasion, I will. If there's no lemons. My favorite is peeled shrimp and then a crap ton of lemon on it. But if they don't have lemon, then I will do the cocktail. But I got to test it first because sometimes it's a little too spicy for me. My dad would make it it would like numb your tongue. It was so fucking hot. So yeah, I did not usually. So sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. Maybe 10% of the time, I'll use it, if that. Yeah, I get it, and then put extra horseradish. Yeah, see, horseradish, condiment. Tartar sauce, condiment. Like when we go to the Chinese buffet, I'll get some peel and eat. And then I'll do 15 or 20. And then I'm always like, was it even worth it? Like they have already peeled and warmed shrimp. Do I really need to do this? Well, my wife, shrimp was on sale, and we were, I don't know what. So she had like 4 or 5 bags of them, which is great. Raw shrimp, cooked shrimp, all kinds of different shrimp scampi, shrimp a la mode. Yeah. So at some point, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna make this entire bag of shrimp and some. I'm gonna cook it in some lemon, and then I'll be done with it. There's some guy down the road with a sign that says shrimp 7 knows about. Going towards Callahan. So for the longest time, that sign said medium shrimp. MEDIEM. Shrimp. For like over a year. Medium shrimp. And I wrote a horror story that got put in. It's in an anthology somewhere. Based on medium shrimp. And then I guess somebody finally told them, or he just was like, I'm going to change this sign. But Robbie goes over there, I believe. I believe Robbie gets his shrimp from that guy. His medium shrimp. It's a pretty good price for shrimp. He's still alive, so I guess they're good. I guess he's still alive. Who can say? I mean, I haven't seen him since Sunday, so. Yeah. One of these times with Jess, like, I'm going to the store. Say, hey, why are you going to the store? Drive past this guy and go get some shrimp. Medium shrimp in Swahili, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe we're in Callahan in the country and people don't know how to spell. Not that all people from Callahan don't know how to spell. Just definitely that guy. Instead of medium. And I would point it out every time. Jess had her first sit-down talk with Shannon before we left for the weekend. He was talking about frogmen crawling on top of the RV. he was talking about some kind. Him and his brother were here Sunday. They were talking about all kinds of weird, crazy shit. And I was like, all right, I'm going to the other room because I'm getting a headache. I'm literally getting a headache talking to him. Story time. Exactly. You can't follow. If you follow him on Facebook, it's all one long 500 word run-on sentence. All just random. And he's just so random. The dude is just so random. He's talking about when he was in prison, what he ate in prison, and then what he made the other night, and then not having hot water in his trailer, and I mean, just. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm like, wait a minute, are you talking about the new DC movie? You're talking about comic books? Where are we going here, man? Get it together! It's just insane. Completely insane talking to that boy. Special Agent McEdler and Special Agent McShannon. Yeah. Could you expect to hear gunshots blown through the walls of the RV at some point? Yeah. I would not be surprised. He's talking about saving money so he can buy a bigger, better RV. Okay. Because that RV's been there for like, I don't know, a million years. That was second cousin, I think, Junior. He lived there for many years. That was his trailer. And he just paid like rent to keep it on the property to Granny. And then he passed away a few years ago. maybe 6 years, 5, 6 years ago, and then Shannon needed a place to stay, and then Shelly's dad was like, "Well, you can stay. We got the trailer. You can rent it. You can rent the RV. You can basically buy the RV." So we did that. Are the try? Oh yeah, those are completely flat. Yeah, I don't think you can move that thing. Yeah, Shannon Hoon. Oh, Shannon Hoon makes more sense than Shannon Hill right now. Oh, it's a house trailer. Yeah, it's an RV. It's basically an RV with whoa, with no. It just has cold water. It has like it's not even hooked to the pump, to the well or anything. It's like how you would live if you were in a crime thriller movie and you were not the main star of it. A Winnebago with wings, yes, but without wings. What are South government size of people? Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't put that past him. One time he was telling us that he was going to, when he built his dream house. Yeah, it's right. He lives in that trailer park in Ozark with those people, and he looks the part. Lovely, lovely guy, but yeah, he was gonna have a washing machine, front load washing machine, but it really wasn't a washing machine. When you opened it, you got in it and you slid down to his secret lair under the house he was going to build. And he was totally serious about this. And I'm like, all right, Shannon, there's a couple of problems here. Like, number one, we're in Florida. And you can't dig. There's no basements in Florida because of the water table, because we're so low. Okay. So that's out. Number two, how are you going to get back up if it's a slide down? And he said he was still trying to figure that out. He's like, there might just be like a door that comes up into the woods. I'm like, well, then why don't you just use that? His dream house is a tiny house on your dream property. Yeah, probably. I have a feeling that if we ever build the compound and we do like 3 or 4 tiny houses on there, that, especially once her mom, her aunt, everybody is no longer out there, that Shelly's gonna be like, "Oh, Shannon, just come live over here." I'm like, "Oh, good. We'll get secondary. We'll get secondary high all the time. Great." And that's not even from the drugs. That's just from talking to him. He's also one of these people that doesn't remember what he talked to you about before. So it's not like he's repeating with you, but he starts talking to me about all the Marvel movies. And I'm like, Shannon, for the 50th time, I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I'm not interested. Not interested. I am 55 years old school comic books from the 70s and the 80s, and I none of this big budget Marvel stuff is likable for me. So no thank you. And I've told you this 100 times. Then he starts talking about DC Comics. I'm like, I hate DC Comics. Oh, I thought you liked Wonder Woman. I said, no, my wife likes Wonder Woman. She had a whole room of Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, I remember that. Do you, though? Do you remember anything we've talked about ever? No. I got my ticket for Nink this year. Very excited about that. So they raised the prices again. And they also have the where you can bring an assistant, but they've raised that like $150 more than it was last year, which is insane. But you know, good. It's more for the assistant than it is for the author. And I'm like, good. Maybe people won't try to bring 100 people with them. Special guest Armand. Can you imagine? Ugh. Can you imagine? And I guess the special guest for MondoCon will be all the people at her party. I think she's got like over 70 people now coming. So which should be interesting. People flying in from other places, the Dark Continent, Taiwan, Miku Pishu, whatever that thing is. That will be a good time. That will be a lot of fun. And get ready to boogie because we hired Vern Shank the DJ is going to be there. Spinning the tunes, Electric Slide. I don't know if he's I would imagine he's going to play that, right? Don't you have to play that at every party? Yeah, get your dancing shoes on. You better polish those babies up. There are actually going to be several people there that are very big into dancing. My mom will be there. And my Aunt Ro will also be there. And they both like to dance. And they also like to drink wine. So the more they're going to be drinking wine, the more dancing they will be doing. My mom wants to meet you, by the way, Tom. She's like, hey, in the next couple weeks or so, you and Tom need to come down. He can help you grab some more of these sports cards for you to sell. Put them in the car, and then I want to see who this person. I want to meet this person. I'm like, all right. Yeah, he's very busy. He's very busy, not wanting to leave the house. So I'll have to figure it out. So your mom can yell at me about changing my outfit. Oh, she's definitely gonna do that. That is a given. I know she read the Johnny Bell trilogy. I don't know if she's started the Tide one. Because I've given all three of them to her. Oh, Tom, on Tuesday, the 29th, which is next Tuesday, Amanda's coming over to write. So if you want to come over, let me know. I left the house this weekend and look what happened. Yeah, exactly. Okay, man, good. All right. So I will get you at the regular time on Tuesday. We'll get some friggin' writing in, bitches. Sorry for calling you all bitches. I went down this rabbit hole yesterday for like an hour of watching Karens and people arguing with the police, even though in every instance they were wrong. And then I was like, why am I watching this stuff? I get like so angry because people are so dumb. Amanda Burns is doing OnlyFans. That chick, is she really? She don't look all that great anymore, though. Like when she was like young, you were like, oh, she's gonna be very pretty when she gets older. And then like drugs and stuff happened to her, and I'm like, she's not as pretty as she was. Nobody wants to see it the way she looks. Exactly. I'm sure she does look awful. I gotta look this up now. Not her OnlyFans, just her and pictures of her in general. She was on that kids thing or something. Images. I like how they show all of her. Yeah, she's got like her face. She got that heart tattoo on her cheek, and her nose is pierced. Her hair looks like, oh my god. The giant fake lips. She is just a fucking nightmare. I gotta eat dinner tonight. I'm gonna lose my appetite. Awful. What are you doing to yourself? She fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down, then conked her head on a big... Yeah, she just looks insane. I watch all those Vice TV wrestling, shows, and it is amazing. All of the women on there, whether they were married to the wrestler or divorced likely from the wrestler, or they were a valet back in the 80s, and they've all had so much surgery, and now they're like all in their like 70s, and they all just look so freaking disgustingly awful. I'm like, not one of you has stayed pretty. We're hooked on Dark Side of the Ring. Never watched it before. Oh yeah, I love that. Love that show. Watched every single episode, every season. Yeah, that's Dark Side of the Ring. That's a good one. Also watch Dark Side of the Cage. Is also a good one with the UFC guys. And I don't watch any of that stuff, but it's just interesting. It's kind of like the wrestling. It's like people that just destroyed their lives, made millions of dollars, and have nothing to show for it because of drugs and women who used to be hot. You know, was hot and rude stuff. Bobby Brown from the... Oh my God, yeah, she looks freaking awful. She looks as bad as Jenny Lane. Too soon. Yeah, there aren't many. Like, why do you do that to your face? And I don't understand why women think that that's a good look. Like, why do they think, oh, I got to get my lips super plumped up? It looks so unnatural. Listen, you want to get a boob job because you got small boobs? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But don't get like monster boobs, and then the rest of your body, all your skin from the rest of your body is just on the ground. You're dragging it behind you. But you got these perky boobs. Where they've injected their foreheads and their cheeks and their ass and everything. Oh, calm it down. You know what's pretty? Just getting naturally, aging naturally. You can't tell. Because I've aged so gracefully. But this is all natural. I've not had any work done at all. No work done. This is all chocolate and way too much sweet tea at this point. You know, we can't all be naturally as pretty as Nick Zinn, who's likely in prison right now or missing some fingers. You can't all be that pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's just emotionally impossible. Apparently I ate a Hot Pocket for breakfast. Now I hate myself. Why do you hate yourself? Man, I haven't had a Hot Pocket in forever. We were at the store maybe like 6, 8 months ago, and Shelly was trying to find stuff to bring to work on the days when she was the only one in the office. And I was like, what about a Hot Pocket? And she's like, I haven't had a Hot Pocket forever. So she bought a couple boxes of it and loved it. But then I don't think she ever got Hot Pockets again. Maybe Nick Zinn was actually the Pope. That does kind of make sense. Goes right to my hips. Well, then you get plastic surgery and you have your hips shaved down. Hot Pockets are good. I remember back in the day though, when we first got microwaves, our science ovens, and no matter how you put it in, if you put it in for too long, the bread got hard and the inside was either magma or it was super freaking cold. There was no like, oh, this is warm. No, it was on one end of the spectrum or the other. That was it. Super, super hot, it's going to burn your face off, or totally frozen and your tongue's going to stick to it. Miss Frank says, yeah, it's been a long time since I had one of those. The kids would devour those things when they were younger. I had a near limitless supply, and you never had them. They no longer come. Well, they got to come with the sleeves. I would make my own sleeves then. I'm going to take some thin cardboard and make my own sleeves. They're good, but when you eat them all the time, they all start tasting the same. Yeah, they definitely do. And like, oh, this is the one with the meatballs in it shaped, but they all really taste the same. I would imagine by now there's like 800 different flavors to them too. That's like Elio's pizza, burnt all around the ends and still frozen. Yeah. Shelly gets those. What is it? The Tostinos, whatever it is. The little small rectangular pizzas in the red packaging. She loves those because they're like $1 a piece, and she'll buy like a bunch of them, and then like every night for dinner in like a month, like every third day, she'll be like, I'm just gonna have a pizza, and then she has one of those, and I'm like, I don't like these. Like I never eat them, but I'm like, I don't like if I have them, like nah. Oh man, Elliot's been first. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had one of those. Mama Celeste pizza is no longer 99 cents. What is that? Is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I have like a standing order of things probably like every month or so. I'm like, hey, I'm out of things. And she's like, what do you need? And I just take the same list over and over. I'm going to give you my list. You ready? Here's my list of items I have her buy me every month. Magma pot pies, fucking delicious. Egg noodles. I love me some egg noodles. Saltine crackers for my soup. Usually chunky soup. I always need a couple of creamers. Tortellini. From Publix, I can get Maine lobster ravioli in the bag. They're not frozen. Put them in the refrigerator. They are fucking delicious. That's like my goat. That is my favorite thing. Yeah, there's something special about egg noodles. There is, because you can throw just a lot of butter in it. And you melt a lot of butter in it, and then you throw a ton of grated cheese on top. That's really all you need. Pork roll. She always has to get me pork roll. I enjoy a couple of smoked sausages. So I'll either make sausage sandwiches, or I'll cut up sausage and shrimp and veggies together. There's so many things you can do with smoked sausage. Just, pound of ham, pound of salami. You got to have that for an easy meal. And you got to have Swiss cheese with that. I also have her get me a half a pound of turkey. That way I can make my Monte Cristos. Always have to have pierogies in the house. Egg noodles with beef stroganoff. Oh yeah, beef stroganoff is to die for. Pound the ham, exactly. Pierogies, you got to have a box or two of pierogies. Doesn't matter what the flavor is, they're all good. And I've learned that I like them in the air fryer. They're always gonna have ravioli, besides the Maine lobster ravioli, just regular ravioli. And then since she orders from Publix, I always say to her, I need a pub sub for dinner that night. And then I always get the Newman's Own sauce Usually the snookeroony, whatever it is, because I'm not gonna make my own. I'm not gonna make my own gravy. I like her. She'll do that if she's cooking pasta, but otherwise I'm like, just give me a couple things of that, and then every now and then, I'm like, bow tie pasta, couple boxes of bow tie pasta. Yeah, all pierogies are good. Those are my go-to every time. We used to go to Florida, New York. What? We used to go to Florida, New York, because the deli there made homemade pierogies. Yeah, homemade pierogies are to fucking die for. There was a place in Middletown where, when we were kids, we grew up, and when I was older and actually had a job, like in my 20s, and they had the homemade pierogi that I would buy because my parents were broke and they were too cheap to buy them anyway. God, they were good. Wegmans has some banging pierogies, better than Mrs. T's. Mrs. T is the gold standard. Jay's like, oh, what pierogies do you want? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I want? There's only one pierogi in this world. Unless we're going to Poland, there's one pierogi in this world. Potato and onion ones they are delicious. That's usually what I'm going to get. And then this is what I do. So then I make them. Now I make them in the air fryer. And you put in 6 at a time. And there's 12 in the box. So I do two runs. And then I dip them in what? Salsa. And I'm excited because in Peach World that we went to over the weekend, we got peach salsa, a can of peach salsa. And Shelly's like, I'm not going to eat this. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to eat it. So I'm going to try it. Peach salsa with potato and onion pierogies. I think I have a box of pierogies. I know I ate the main lobster ravioli. They get them at Publix. And it's like in a bag. So it's not in the frozen aisle. It's in the, I don't know what aisle it's in. Jess has perfected burning her arm on the air fryer somehow. How do you do that? That takes skill. That takes a certain skill to burn your arm on an air fryer. Wow. I don't think I would like the air fryer so much, but I find I use it a lot. A lot of times I'm like, well, I could make this on the stove. But then all the grease is going to be popping and stuff, and then I got to clean the top of the stove off. Or I'll throw it in the air fryer in the little basket thing that we bought for it. And then after the food is done, then I just throw that in the dishwasher. I'm going to do that. Jay kept telling you to get an air fryer. Now he's like, he did. Yeah, he did. And I was like, yeah, I will never use an air fryer. In fact, when my wife bought it, I was like, yeah, I'm not using that thing. And then she made a couple things. And then I was like, you know what? All right, maybe. The other night, I made chicken cutlets, but in the air fryer. Because on the stove, you get the grease goes everywhere. But this way, it's like, yeah, crack 2 eggs. And then in another thing, it was like the breadcrumbs, and you pour the oil in with the breadcrumbs and mix it up. And then you just put it in the egg, put it in the thing, throw it in the thing for 12 minutes. And they were supposedly much healthier. My son bought me this for Christmas. Air fryer recipes, 150 plus, which means 151. Yummy air fryer recipes. I keep it in here because I'm like, you know what? I can make Dorito cheese bites. Homemade croutons. I'll just buy croutons. Air fryer recipes in Arabic, right? I'm not my air fryer recipe keeper. You make green beans out of just regular beans. Coconut shrimp with pina colada dipping sauce. Barbecue chicken wings. Chick-fil-A chicken. Copycat. So a lot of chickens. Cheeseburger egg rolls. Homemade hamburger patties. Zucchini boats, steak fajitas. I do like fajitas. Meatballs. I mean, there's just no end. Coconut shrimp, yes. Pina colada dipping sauce, not sure. Yeah, I would always just make the. I would probably just make the coconut. Steffens. We got to go there next time we all go to dinner together. We got to go to Steffens. It's like 25 minutes from where you live. They have really good coconut shrimp. And they give you a lot, so much that I brought half of it home with me, which is rare. So yeah, so I got some air fryer recipes I will eventually do. It's obvious I'm not getting any more writing in today. Maybe later. I'll probably start this James Lee Burke book, sit out in the back. It's 84 degrees and mostly sunny. I'll probably sit inside in the air conditioning and read. Take a little nap. Make a little love. Get down tonight. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me and talking food and all that. I'll probably sit inside also. Good for you, Tom. Good for you. Keep up the appearances. You can always, you can see that horse from the window, the air conditioning. All right. I will, what is tomorrow? I might be on tomorrow. I might do it. I might be on. Maybe. Look for more of my videos later. Please subscribe, resubscribe here on Twitch, and also follow me on YouTube. It's simply you hit the button and it says subscribe. I mean, it's not that hard, people. I might Westchester you tomorrow. I don't even know what that means. And I don't think I want to know what that means. That seems... that just seems really dirty. Bye. Bye, everyone.